guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my May Mentalhealthathon TBR. Now you guys know that the Mentalhealthathon is very important to me. Not only is it run by three of my best booktube friends, but it's the first readathon that really interested me last year and when I joined booktube. And it's one that's really so close to my heart. Now you guys know that it's been a bit of a tough year with my own mental health. I'll link to my mental health, my story that I put up last year, and I'll be doing another one this year because a lot has happened over the last year, both my physical health and my mental health. I've been diagnosed with PTSD and I've had quite a few problems, but that will go into that on that video. But yeah, this is really important to me, and I really love Nicole and Victoria and Simone, who are hosting this year. All three of them are three of my best friends. They are amazingly close to me, and this is supporting something that means a lot. To me, mental health needs to be shouted out, it needs to be understood, and it needs to get a lot more support out there, especially right now with the COVID-19 thing that's going on. We are all struggling, and I don't know a single person that's not wanting to escape and go, I want this over. But let's support each other. That's why right now this readathon has come at a perfect time, and it's come at a time when we all need to be educated, supported, and I just can't thank Nicole enough for doing this. So let's get on with it. I'll tell you the challenges, I'll tell you the books, and I've got a few extra ones. I don't know how I'm going to do. You guys know I'm homeschooling. There will be another TBR video that will be coming up on Wednesday, and that will be about my other books that I'll be reading alongside this TBR, because I think it's very important to support my own mental health by reading other books. I know Victoria's doing that as well. She's reading other books alongside the Mentalhealthathon. But let's get on with it, shall we? The first prompt is read the group book. That's A Million Pieces of Nina Gill, and that is the host pick, I believe. Nope, that's not the host pick, but that's the group book. Now, I haven't been able to get hold of that. You guys know what's going on at the moment, and I don't want to necessarily go out and buy too many extra books full price, so I'm not going to be doing that book, but please be aware of it, guys, and I totally can't wait to hear what it's like. Now, the next one is read a host pick. So there's 3 host pick books. I've got 2 of them. One is a definite read, one is a if I get a chance, and the third one, again, if I see it out there for sale on booktube or anything, I will get it, and maybe I'll read it afterwards. But anyway, I will tell you all of the post picks. The first one is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. That's Simone's pick. It is a reread for me, but it also counts as an answer to one of the tag video questions that I'll be doing in another video. God, you guys are knowing a lot of extra videos this month, aren't you? Coming up in May, sorry. So Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. It's by Gail Honeymoon. I read this firstly last year. My lovely sister Charlie lent it to me, but I found this in a charity shop or a car boot, and I bought my own copy of it. This is really important to me, so thank you, Simone, for picking this for me, and it was obvious choice of which one was going to be my reread. Eleanor Oliphant lives a simple life. She wears the same clothes to work every day, eats the same meal for lunch every day, and buys the same 2 bottles of vodka to drink every weekend. Eleanor Oliphant is happy. Nothing is missing from her carefully timetabled existence, except sometimes everything. This is a really good book. Guys, please read it. It's absolutely fantastic. So it's one of my definites, but I don't know when in the month I'll read it. The next one is Nicole's pick, which is a maybe. If I get a chance, I will read it. It's another question that's going to be an answer to my tag video. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. It's my first John Green book that I've ever read. It's my favourite John Green book that I've ever read. I read it last year for the readathon, I think. I read it with the lovely Melanie from Completely Melanie, the gorgeous Clint from Reads Readers, and it was brilliant. I love this book. A 16-year-old Asa is trying to be a good daughter, a good friend and a good student. She's also trying to track down fugitive billionaire Russell Pickett, who was vanished without trace. This is really good. I also love The Fault in Our Stars. That's the other really good John Green book, but I didn't like one of them, so I'm reading an extra one of his books in June, I think. Read it with Chloe, but this is a really good book. If I get a chance, I will be reading it. And the last one is The Stranger on the Bridge, which is Nicole's pick. Haven't got that, but guys, like I said, if you've got it, please pick it up. Please support Nicole. Now the next one is learn. The next prompt is number 3, which is learn more about. I found this really hard. I went through 3 different books when I prepared this TBR. Now I had a choice of either Finding Stevie, which is to do with gender fluidity, but I didn't think that was right. And then I went for another one, and there was another one, and it was like, didn't know what to do. So I decided to pick the Greek book from last year, which is The Shock of the Fall, which I found on my birthday haul recently. And it's a really good book, and I can't for the life of me remember what it's learning more about. I think it's to do with schizophrenia, I think. But please, guys, tell me I remember it's right. I'll tell you what happened because it will be a good way to introduce my brother. He's Simon. I think you're going to like him, I really do. But in a couple of pages, he'll be dead. And he was never the same after that. Now, this is supposed to be tackling some really good issues. Now, I know it was a group book last year. And it is literally supposed to be amazing. And I really want to read about this. Now, I know it's supposed to be... Nathan Filler is a registered mental health nurse. So that was the author that wrote this book. And this is... The writing's established. It's a debut novel. It was a group book last year, and it's... I remember people saying about it, and it was one that I really think that I needed to tackle. And I remember that the issues that are in there, but for the life of me, I don't know why I didn't remember to check what issues it was about. But there are certainly mental health things in here that I definitely want to know more about. And I believe it's a really good book. So this one is going to be my prompt for that one. Now, the next one is number 4, oldest mental health book on your TBR. This I bought last year. I bought it from a local charity shop. It's tackling some really good things. As a teenager in Ireland in 1952, Philomena Lee was pregnant with and is sent for a convent, a fallen woman. For 3 years after her son was born, she cared for him. Then the church took it away. This talks about a human life that's scarred by hypocrisy. So I'm guessing it's PTSD in this. I do believe it's certainly got quite a lot of mental health issues that's going to arise in this book. It's a non-fiction book which could have tackled another one of the prompts, but this is a really good book and I really wanted to read it, and I think I need to actually get it because of the whole adoption thing. I think it's going to be really hard hitting for me being a parent. It's probably one of my longest books in the TBR. It's about 450 pages, so it's one of the longest books, but it's one I definitely want to read. Now the next one is self-care. So you can give yourself a treat. So you can either read something you want, paint your nails, do something you want. And I was going to just go for the girly option, go and paint my nails and do something girly, or have a 2-minute bath. Which happens to be a fine thing with my kids at home at the moment. Anything quiet is not happening. But my gorgeous sister Charlie from Charlie Brooke has lent me this book. This is for you. It's a graphic novel. If you believe in love but find it difficult to explain, this is for you. So it's got some really good pictures in it. So I thought this graphic novel-y thing, it tackles one of my prompts for the year. And it looks like it's the love, it looks like it's beautifully written. It looks like a treat that will really cheer me up. So I'm going to tackle that. So Charlie will be getting that back soon. And the next one is newest mental health book on your shelf. And this is Happy by Fern Cotton. I bought it recently on my birthday, another one of my birthday book hauls, that I bought it with my birthday money from work. Happy by Fern Cotton. I think it's going to be something that's going to cheer me up. Happiness is gorgeous, one ray of sunshine of light. I love it when sort of hope springs out. She understands how happiness is, determined to break the taboo around mental health. She opens up honestly about her own battle with depression. So it's got some lessons in here, which I think, like yoga exercises, some notes where you actually write your own list of imperfect. So there's actual some notes. I, for one, am struggling at the moment with everything that's going on. So I really think I need something like this to brighten me up, to cheer me up. It's non-fiction, but it looks like I love the cover of it. It's beautiful, and I think it will really help me. So that's the one I'm going to go for. Mentalhealthathon non-fiction. So I went for a non-fiction book. I went for, this is a war book, 1944, and a 16-year-old ballerina Edith Agar is sent to Auschwitz. Separated from her parents on arrival, she endures unimaginable experiences, including being made to dance for the infamous Joseph Mengele. Holocaust. It's going to be interesting. It's going to really tackle me. It's another one that could fit for another couple of prompts, because it's actually one of my oldest books on my TBR. So technically, if this isn't non-fiction, which I think it is, I could switch the other two around, because that's one of my oldest ones and that's non-fiction. So they both kind of tackle for each other's ones there. Sorry, hay fever. Now the next one is Y.A mental health book. This was an obvious choice. It's one of Nicole's favourite books. It's a book that I've been desperate to have for ages. I bought it last year. Well, I bought it this year, and an offer from the works. And I'm normally by Holly Bourne. Everyone has raved about this. A lot of people read it for the first time last year on the Mental Healthathon, but I didn't. I didn't have it then. And I've been told that it's fantastic. It also might help me out right now. Normal at 16, college, friends who won't dump you, parties, fun, a boyfriend. All Evie wants is to be normal. And now that she's almost off her meds, a new college where no one knows her, it's the one thing she can tick off her list. It's the first in the Spinster trilogy. I own the Spinster trilogy. It all came together. So it's one that it was an obvious choice for this one. So I can't wait to finally read this, and my first Holly Bourne book. Nicole, Victoria and Simone, and a lot of my friends have raved about this book. So I'm so excited to get that up on my books that I can reread. Now the last one on here is another one that could be read. It does my longest book on my TBR, because I've had all of them about the same sort of time, about over a year. And that is the Silver Linings Playbook. My sister Charlie got me to buy this last year for my birthday, so it's over a year old on my TBR. This is, imagine that your life is a film directed by God, a rom-com obviously, complete with a happy ever after ending. Before the credits roll, there will of course be tears, tantrums and misunderstandings, but you know you'll get there in the end. Welcome to Pat's world. In a world of silver linings, true love, but in a world where God makes movies and that Lenny G lurks in your attic, and when Pat inadvertently befriends the tragic Tiffany, he begins to wonder whether he got the genre wrong. This is apparently, anyone that loved Curious Incident of Dog in the Night, which I've got, the Silver Linings Playbook is love, life and American football, but it's also, Charlie said it's a good mental health book, and I think Simone's looked at my shelves and she said the same thing. She said it would be really good. It's not too long, I like that. It's less than 300 pages. It's got green on the front cover, so it answers that one. But it's a really good book, so I'm really looking forward to getting onto that. Now there are two books in here that are not on my TBR, as in they don't fit those, but they're also linked into other books that I'm going to be reading in May, so you'll see them twice. You'll see them now here, and then I'll talk about them more obviously on my actual March TBR. But this is The Fangirl by Ren Burrell. It's got green on the front cover. It's a YA mental health book, and it talks about some quite interesting things. Apparently there's some quite mental health issues that come up in this, so that's going to be quite interesting. I'm buddy reading it with the gorgeous Chloe from Chloe Reads. I can never remember her channel, but Chloe, yeah, I'm buddy reading with her. It's the first book that I'll be reading in May, one that I'm desperate to get to, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Can't wait to get to that. And a hint, you're going to be seeing it for another prompt. I'll be reading this, but obviously on Wednesday you'll find out why I'm reading this. But this is joining my TBR, so I'll let you know on Wednesday why. And this is The Prison Doctor, so this is going to count for a non-fiction pick. It's going to count for green on the front cover. It's going to count for another newish book. It's a brilliant book. You guys have all heard about this. I will talk about it more on my May TBR, but that's going to be got to. Now, if I get time, I may well try and tackle some other books. Actually, I've just remembered I could quickly show you a sneaky peek of another book. I don't normally do that, going in and out of a picture, but there you go. That's going to count for non-fiction. That's another book I'll be reading, but you'll find out more on Wednesday's TBR video. Now guys, please support this readathon. Really support my friends, and let's get mental health awareness out there. Let's support each other. Let's be the best community that we can be, which we are. The BookTube community has saved me in more ways than I will ever be able to describe. And yeah, like I said, we've got a lot of videos coming up in May that we'll be talking about that. So thank you all for watching this. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I will look forward to seeing you all soon.